You guys ready? Set my guitar on fire with a long stem match. Dance while it burns and laugh when it turns to ash. I would torch everything to keep you warm. I would do anything to keep you from harm. I would do anything to cover you, body and soul, girl. I would give everything in the world to cover you, to cover you. Walk down a dark street naked on a winter's night. Run from the law like the Sunday I saw the light. To defend your spirit I would go to war. I would chase the devil to Jehovah's door. I would do anything to cover you, body and soul, girl. I would give everything in the world to cover you. I would do anything to wrap you up tight on a cold night. I would give everything that I had to cover you, to cover you. I would do anything to cover you, body and soul, girl. I would give everything in the world to cover you, to cover you, to cover you.
Applause, applause.
Thank you very much. Children tremble, flowers fade so sadly. Love is strange to understand. Winter winds blow. Does the truth sting badly? Let your tears fall into my hands. Let your tears fall into my hands. Listen closely and I will sing for you a sentimental song, and you will know just how I feel. Listen closely and I will sing for you a sentimental song. High with me tonight. Love endures the weather. Let the rain make everything new. In the morning we will dance together. Let my song fall down around you. Let my song fall down around you. Listen closely and I will sing for you a sentimental song, and you will know just how I feel. Listen closely and I will sing for you a sentimental song, and you will know my love is real. for you. A sentimental song, and you will know just how I feel. Listen closely, and I will sing for you. A sentimental song, and you will know my love is real. Listen closely, and I will sing for you a sentimental song, and you will know my heart is true. Listen closely, and I will sing for you a sentimental song, and you will know how I love you. And you will know how I love you. And you will know how I love you. Guess, yeah, you don't need one.
All right, what's up?
You don't need a set list.
I can't hear you.
The Forest.
We're going to do a new song, or a recent song.
Called The Forest.
A 1, 2.
More is hidden and revealed. Sometimes the path to understanding is concealed. It hurts to be alive, your pain is real. Go on, laugh until you cry, it's good to feel. The sun will shine, the sun will shine on you. The sun will shine, the sun will shine on you. I believe the sun will shine on you and me, my friends. I have learned to trust the turning of the seasons. Even now the sun is breaking through the clouds again, but I still don't know the causes or the reason. Take it one step at a time. We cannot see beyond the woods, but that's alright. I hear voices in shadows of the night. Keep on following the river to the light. The sun will shine, the sun will shine on you. The sun will shine, the sun will shine on you, on you. I believe the sun will shine on you and me, my friends. I have learned to trust the turning of the seasons. Even now the sun is breaking through the clouds again, but I still don't know the causes or the reason. And I still can't see the forest for the trees. Don't be afraid, don't hide in the dark. Climb the mountain, hear the meadowlark. Wait for the sun. I believe the sun will shine on you and me, my friends. I have learned to trust the turn Even now, the sun is breaking through the clouds again, and I still don't know the causes or the reason, and I still can't see the forest for the trees, forest for the trees. Thank you.
All right, well, we thank you all for joining us for this kickoff of our Kickstarter.
Kickoff of the Kickstarter.
Hey, Lisa, have we got some people asking some questions and so forth?
Yes, would you like to answer one?
No.
No? Okay, let's do it anyway.
All right.
Okay, Craigery would like to know if...
Craigery?
I don't know, that's what it says, Craigery.
I've never heard that name. It's a nice name.
Yeah. We like Craigery. If the vinyl demand is great enough for this album, would you consider releasing any older albums on vinyl, and which one first?
The answer would be yes, we would, and it would be Circle Slide first. Would be the first one we want to release. We've talked about that.
I know. What about remastering Circle Slide? Do you think?
Yeah.
Because don't we have the tapes like in my basement?
Yeah, they're in your basement.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
2 inches, like the old analog stuff.
Yeah.
Like, how would you actually, how would you remaster it? Do you have to do something special to the tapes?
Well, you have to take the master tape and you have to bake it. They call it baking.
Yeah.
And it's actually put in an oven.
Yeah.
And it causes the tape to, the oxidation in the tape to kind of come back together. The particles come back together.
Cool.
And
Where
then
are those tapes? Are those tapes in Dan's garage?
They're in Dan's basement.
Yeah.
Have you got like that? Your
Yeah.
garage kept the perfect temperature all these years?
Yeah. There's like spiders and, I saw a gray mouse in there too.
Nice.
But yeah, we're going to get the vinyl done on this new record at United Press, which is they do I think 70% of the world's vinyl still, and is located in Nashville.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, Circle Slide would probably be the first thing we'd do.
Awesome.
So anyway, for this Kickstarter thing, we have a lot of packages that we've offered. And one thing that we've done is included this download of a brand new song. It's called Beautiful Girl. And we'll probably do it on the record, on the new record. We'll probably do a different version of it. So this will be kind of a special recording of it. It sounds pretty good. Matt Slocum did some great cellos on it.
Yeah.
And
What records?
it's not on any records.
Not on any record.
So we're going to attempt to do it. We tried it at a festival one time this summer. Derri, you sang all the wrong words, I think. Are you all right, Derri?
I lost my microphone. Are you hearing me in there?
What?
Our engineer at large.
Are you hearing me in there?
What?
Is this thing on?
No.
I just hear echo. Did the power supply go off?
We need a tech.
Need a tech.
What's going on?
Here comes Derek West. Everybody give a good hand to Derek West. Oh, they got it plugged in.
Dan kicked the cord.
Thanks, Dan.
You'll still get paid.
I'm not doing this out of love. No, I'm not. I'm kidding.
I'm going to try something on this song that's I think people would be pretty impressed with.
Think so?
Yeah,
What are you gonna do?
playing the harmonica and doing the shaker at the same time.
Oh, until yeah.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, let's do
They'll be
it.
impressed.
And we take harmonica, we'll see what happens.
It's high risk.
It's all right. I'm not going to be twirling the rope tonight. I'm gonna do that, so I got to do something.
Something else to call attention to yourself.
Circus.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, do a good job, Derri.
I'll try.
You start.
Don't you start with the shaker and stuff? There we go.
Like that?
If I could hold you now, you know I would. Still I think you should fly out of my world for good. I want you to float on the loftiest cloud. Never mind me, never look down. It's the same old fears we face. It's the same old tears we taste. It's the same dark spirit telling lies. Beautiful girl, don't you cry. Beautiful girl, don't you cry. I feel this cold earth tremble and a train rolls by. You might as well be light years away tonight. A ravenous crow is circling low to see if my body releases my soul. It's the same old fears we face. It's the same old tears we taste. It's the same dark spirit telling lies. Beautiful girl, don't you cry. Beautiful girl, don't you cry. You're so alive, I know your eyes and how they shine. I love you truly, forgive this ruined heart of mine. I saw a squirrel climb high from the furthest limb. And the silver pearl was an acorn eluding him. And I'm flat on my back on the ground below. And I have not a prize to show. It's the same old fears we face. It's the same old tears we taste. It's the same dark spirit telling lies. Beautiful girl, don't you cry. It's the same old fears we face. It's the same old tears we taste. It's the same dark spirit telling us the same old lies. Beautiful girl, don't you cry. Beautiful girl, don't you cry. Beautiful girl, don't you cry. Well, I sang the verses out of order.
I don't think we've decided what order those verses go in.
Maybe not. Well, that's my excuse.
Right then, I was kind of thinking, I think that's the right order, maybe.
Yeah, it could be. All right.
All right.
This is one from a long time ago.
Which one? What?
A song from a long time ago.
Just sit this out, Tim. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Your sax is alive.
Yeah, so we,
You know, on that last one, on that last song,
Yeah.
he's playing two percussion things and then harmonica things and that. Couldn't you have some like cymbals attached to your shoes? Last one?
I don't think anyone can hear you, Tim, because you don't have a mic on you. You don't have a mic on you, so I don't think anyone can hear you. But so we did our most
Derri understood.
I understood it. I got it.
recent song, and now we're going to do our oldest song that we're going to do tonight. Some of you have been with us for decades now, almost 3 decades. So this is a song from our EP, Shades of Grey, called All Night Long.
There's a fire inside my heart. It's enough to light the way. But the sky is black above me, and I see in shades of gray. I see voices in the shadows, and I wonder what to do. I see laughing, I hear crying, and sometimes I know it's you. All night long I've been looking out my window all night long. I've been hoping to see you all night long. I've been praying for the morning. I've been looking out my window all night long. When I finally see the sun, will I know him as my friend? If I fail to see you now, will I recognize you then? I see faces in the shadows, and I wonder what to do. I see dancing, I see dying, and sometimes I know it's you all night long. I've been looking out my window all night long. I've been hoping to see you all night long. I've been praying for the morning. I've been looking out my window all night long. All night long.
I think I can jump in on a song at the end, huh?
That's pretty good, Tim. Now what?
You guys up for a special request?
Special request?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yellow-haired monkeys.
Oh no, we can't. I can't do that.
What? Derek
I don't-
Shacklet would really like to hear it.
I don't know how to play. I told Steve that I couldn't play that.
You know what? I think I could pull it off.
Okay, Steve's gonna do it
Steve's
then.
gonna do it?
There we
Okay.
go.
Story behind
He would also like to know the story behind the song.
Oh, okay. Do
Well,
you have any water?
first off, I want to say
Oh, my guitar? Use my guitar, Steven.
really.
It's still crackling.
Okay, let's just get rid of this one then. Oh, all this trouble.
There you go.
I just pulled something in my side.
Oh my gosh, my sack.
I gotta start doing yoga again. Here's some water, buddy.
Oh, thank you.
I need the capo though. I need a capo.
Oh, where is it?
Oh,
Coming up.
Okay, we'll go. Oh. Wow,
I know.
pretty
You're
good.
welcome.
It's pretty good.
So yeah, the whole calling all monkeys thing. That's kind of Dan Michaels' sense of humor. And Derri and I are kind of like, what's the whole thing with Dan and the monkeys always, you know? And, in fact, I was kind of complaining about it to Nancy.
I wasn't complaining, Dan.
No,
at all.
Dan wasn't. I was kind of complaining that I told Nancy, Derri's been complaining about the whole monkey thing. That,
Yeah, he did. He did roll on you, Derri.
yeah,
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, calling all monkeys is kind of derogatory to our fans. And you know, the whole monkey board back before, right? Tell us the history of
Well,
it.
we used to, before Facebook and Twitter, there used to be a thing called message boards. And we had one, and I nicknamed it the monkey board, because I see calling somebody a monkey as a term of endearment. You know, hey, sweet little monkey. And I think really it was inspired by the song Yellow-Haired Monkeys that I started calling the message board that, and some of our fans, like Paul Estes, and
Yeah.
a few of the others,
Lark.
Brodersons, you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Be real. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
anyway,
gosh,
I was complaining about that to Nancy, and I said, and then he had that monkey board thing. That's where it all started. And
It
then
was,
She
yeah.
said, well, that was because of the song "Yellow-Haired Monkeys in the Yard." And I didn't get it. Now I get the theme. Now I see what you were doing all along.
Yep, that's exactly it. And speaking of yellow-haired monkeys, what's the latest with?
Well, that was off an album in 1996, "Free Flying Soul." We had a lot of fun on that album. I liked that album a lot.
Yeah, I did too.
And our kids, I guess at that time, 96, my daughters would have been 6 and 8. And
Right.
yours, so yours would have been, your kids would have been like,
7, 5.
and Shane was like the newest yellow-haired monkey,
Yeah.
right? So they all had yellow blonde hair at that time. And a bunch of them. And that was it, another yellow-haired monkey. For the yard, I was thinking about your daughter.
Right. Right.
There you go. So Derri says, I've often, said we should do that song, and Derri's always like, the tuning, I can't figure out the tuning. What was it? It's some mysterious, amazing thing. So last night I looked up our song on YouTube. I don't even know where it was. I Googled it or YouTubed it or whatever.
Right.
So I
YouTube.
listened to it, and I'm like, it's only 3 chords, really, I mean, I'm sure they're doing it wrong.
Yeah, I was in a weird tuning.
Yeah. I hope you're glad to be where you're at. I don't mind living where we are. It's a suitable climate, a fine habitat for the yellow-haired monkeys in the yard. Yellow-haired monkeys in the yard. I'm doing wrong.
You did it wrong.
Okay. A friend of mine, he's flat broke, just handed me a fat cigar. Well, it's a beautiful excuse for a celebrative smoke. It's a yellow-haired monkey for the yard. Another yellow-haired monkey for the yard. Yellow-haired monkeys in the yard. Yellow-haired monkeys in the yard.
Oh, there you go.
It's not so hard. Derri.
Nice. Nice.
See, any monkey can do it.
Yes.
Yeah. Wind him up and watch him spin. What'd you do?
Broke a string.
You break a string?
Did you?
No, he didn't break a string.
But all this, now you got to change your tuning, Derri.
Oh, now it's for that? Okay.
What now?
Enough to love.
Okay. This is one of my favorites. I'm trying to think of the album it was on. Oh, How the Mighty Have Fallen.
And deplumed, right?
And Deplumed. And Derri sings it so well. But this one does have a special tuning.
Yeah, I gotta figure out what capo was too.
No, enough to love. Oh, how mighty have fallen. Didn't we do one of our
I think it's this one.
house parties after that? For how mighty have fallen, didn't we invite a bunch of fans over to my house? Was that the record, Lisa? After Oh, how the mighty have fallen,
No, that was Burning Like the Midnight Sun.
Burning Like the Midnight Sun.
Yeah, but didn't we do it twice?
We did it twice, and the loudest sound ever heard's where we did Shadow of the Cross at the studio.
Oh, How the Mighty Have Fallen was way back in 2000,
2005.
2005.
Give or take a half decade.
Yeah, give or take 5 years.
What's
Yeah.
5 years?
What's 5 years?
I'm a little fuzzy about a lot of things.
Check, check. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Whenever you pick up a mic, I think you're gonna start doing impressions.
Yes.
And I kinda hope you will.
The night might lend itself to that at some point.
All right, let's try this. This could be good or it could be disaster.
If I could touch with my fumbling hand your scars, if I could know in my rebel mind your heart, if I could see with my lusting eyes your face, if I could taste on my withered tongue sweet grace, would I trust you near enough? Would I trust you near enough? Would I trust you near enough? Enough to die, enough to love. If I could hear with two muffled ears your voice, if I could find in my troubled life true joy, if I could feel with numb fingers your spirit, if I could drink for my barren soul your tears, would I trust you near enough? Would I trust you near enough? Would I trust you near enough? Enough to die, enough to die, enough to love. If I could touch with my trembling hands your scars, would I trust you near enough? Would I trust you near enough? Would I trust you near enough? Enough to die, enough to live, enough to love.
You want to take another question?
Nice job, Derri.
Thank you.
Very good.
Nice job, Tim, jumping in there.
Let's have a Kickstarter question.
All right, Lisa.
Okay. Ross would like to know, you know how we have the a la carte packages? How do you order more than one package on Kickstarter?
I think that from what we just learned from Kickstarter is that if you to get the a la carte package, and if you want to add anything to that package, just add that amount of money and then email Lisa Michaels, my wife, Lisa Michaels at Comcast.net, and tell her that you've added the amount to that pledge to your a la carte item, and she will just automatically add that to it. So, like, what would an example of that be, Lisa? Like, if somebody got, you know, the carpal tunnel syndrome, because we were going to get Steve to write lyrics on any song that they want and autograph it for them. So if they want to get that, which is kind of limited in its packages, they would then say they wanted to get something with a vinyl or a t-shirt. Just find that package, add that amount to it, then email Lisa Michaels at comcast.net.
Or you can just send me a message through Kickstarter.
Send a message through Kickstarter. Absolutely. What's the other a la carte item?
Picks, licks, and sticks.
Sticks, picks, and licks.
Sticks, picks, and licks.
It's ridiculous.
It is
That is
ridiculous.
ridiculous. Who came up with that?
I mean, they want the sticks is not ridiculous because I'm going to play the sticks on the record. A lot of people are going to want them
Right.
autographed.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I
what do
mean,
we got? Do we have to go lick them or
a
something?
pick.
A pick,
And
yeah,
nobody
you
wants
can-
a sax reed. Is
Oh,
that
I thought
what
he meant we had to lick them.
No.
I was
My
going to say,
sax
how are we
reed.
going to lick everybody that buys something?
No, like it's a play on licks, like a musical lick.
Oh,
Play
Like,
together.
Oh, because you.
Bow.
I got it.
Bow, bow.
I'd rather lick someone than hear that.
Yes. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. You know what? Brian Healy is calling my cell phone right now from DAS. Should I
Why
pick it
didn't
up?
you turn your phone off?
I don't know if you should pick it up.
I don't think I should pick it up.
Don't pick it up.
No. Sorry, Brian. Call back later.
He's going to want me to start mixing his record right now.
Oh.
You know, I do want to say that we really do sincerely,
It's like something I would say.
yeah, appreciate people staying with us through all the seasons of our lives. And we just talk about, I don't even know what this record's going to be about exactly, but it's going to be about what's happened, what's going on right now. And we keep learning and keep making mistakes. And we just appreciate you staying with us and listening closely to our songs. This is another one off the Burning Like the Midnight Sun album called Bare Trees. And I love the trees right now. I just went camping over the weekend with my wife, and I was just sitting there mid-morning and looking at the trees, and they're so green right now because it's autumn, but they haven't turned. At least here, they haven't turned yet. They're really this beautiful color green, and the sun is kind of sitting lower this time of year, so it shines through, and the trees keep changing, and I just love how they look right now. But I was reminded how short it is, you know, and I started to think I thought about my kids, you know, they're grown, and my daughters we talked about yellow-haired monkeys when they were 6 and 8, and now they're 25 and 23. And, you know, they're gone, and Tim's son just went off to college, and you have to really celebrate and appreciate the seasons as they are. You got to appreciate the good thing because it changes fast. And so you got to look up at the sky and appreciate it. You got to look at the trees and love how they look all the time.
I'm gonna bring a smile to your face 10,000 ways. Yes, and I will embrace new seasons. And if tomorrow the sky is gray, well, that's okay. Even the flowers fade for good reason. This planet turns so fast, everything burns, ashes to ash. But for now you are mine, and I feel so alive. Rivers of love and peace flowing over you and me. Slivers of silver blue between bare trees. That old kitty is a source of stress, I must confess. I'm gonna cry nonetheless. Yes, I will. And when the veterinarian says it's for the best. I'll find her a place to rest on that hill. This planet turns so fast, everything burns, ashes to ash. But for now, you are mine, and I feel so alive. Rivers of love and peace flowing over you and me. Rivers of silver blue between bare trees. Rivers of light and truth flowing over me and you. Slivers of silver blue between bare trees. Rivers of love and peace flowing over you and me. Slivers of silver blue between bare trees. Rivers of light and truth flowing over me and you. Slivers of silver blue between bare trees. Bare trees. Bare trees. Bare trees.
Any more questions, Lisa?
Yes. Marie would like to know if you have a favorite package on the Kickstarter.
Gary, have you got a favorite?
Well, I like the vinyl ones because I wanted vinyl, so mine's the vinyl.
Steve?
I like the one where if people get to have me include them in the lyric of the current album. You know, I'll call them on the phone and find out a little bit about it because I don't know what the album's going to be about yet. You know, so maybe I'll get an idea. You know, and to work them into the actual song, I think that'd be fun. I hope some people take us up on that.
Cool.
What about the one where you get to go out on a date with Tim? What about that one?
What?
Wait, we didn't talk to you about that yet?
What in the what?
What about the Circle of Trust package?
Take that
Oh, the Circle of Trust.
or that one either.
Yes.
The Circle of Trust is the one.
No, that's the big kahuna.
No, there's nobody.
Come on. There's got to be some
Nobody loves us
benefactor.
that. They don't love us that much. Nobody does.
I think they do. I think there's somebody out there
You got to have some rich fan.
that got like a scratcher from the lottery.
Come on,
They've
Daddy
got a
needs a new
few
pair of
extra bucks.
shoes.
Oh my gosh.
What
nah.
is that? Tell us.
Daddy needs a new guitar.
Now, the Circle of Trust package
Trust package?
is the you get to be the executive producer on the record, basically. And you can be on like the email thread and texting and stuff when we're passing around like rough mixes and sending around lyrics and checking on the package, the packaging and the photo shoot. And then you also get to come to the live experience in Nashville.
Oh, that's the good one. I like the live experience.
Yes. And that's going to be on March 1st of next year. We're going to record what we hope will be our definitive live album. And we've not done a good live
All right,
album.
you know what? Here's how this works.
Yeah.
See, I don't even know what he's talking about. Where are we recording this?
Yeah. Well, we're good. Let's go over this. We're playing on March 1st, which is going to be my birthday next year,
Oh,
2014.
Oh, okay. Now I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
Now
Help me out, guys. Yeah.
it makes sense. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah. But we're going to be doing a live record in March of next year, and we're inviting up to 50 people to come out to this. 25 special live experiences. We're going to come to Nashville, hang out, and
We're going to come to Nashville? Aren't we in Nashville?
We are. In
They're going to
Nashville.
come to Nashville.
Yeah,
Oh, they're
yeah,
in Nashville.
yeah. So, but we're really glad that we're able to go into our 15th studio album with y'all, and appreciate that very much.
What now?
Let's do Burning Like the Midnight Sun.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. I like that one.
I don't remember it.
You'll fall in.
I'm not a clover in the murky mire. I'm not a gold ring in the mud, sadly sinking. I'm not a carnival balloon, going down slow but soon. More like a chemical fire, unrelenting. I'm not going down behind the mountain, I'm never gonna fade away. I'm burning like the midnight sun, I'm burning like the midnight sun. I'm not gonna sink into the ocean, baby, I'm here to stay. I'm burning like the midnight sun, I'm burning like the midnight sun. I'm not going down. I'm not going down. I'm not a firefly flashing in the dark. I'm not a hot coal in the pit, disintegrating. I'm not a whistling piccolo beat, exploding in the street. More like a ruby red star, forever rising. I'm not going down behind the mountain, I'm never gonna fade away. I'm burning like the midnight sun, I'm burning like the midnight sun. I'm not gonna sink into the ocean, baby, I'm here to stay. I'm burning like the midnight sun, I'm burning like the midnight sun. I'm not going down. I'm not going down. I'm not going down. I'm not going down behind the mountain, I'm never gonna fade away. I'm burning like the midnight sun, I'm burning like the midnight sun. I'm not gonna sink into the ocean, baby, I'm here to stay. I'm never gonna give you up, I'm never gonna give you up. Burning like the midnight sun, I'm not going down. I'm not going down.
Nice.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight, watching us. How are we doing for time there, Lisa?
We have 7 minutes.
Ooh.
Time for a last question or
Okay.
two.
We have a couple people asking if you have any lyrical themes in mind for the new record.
I do not. I do not have any lyrical themes.
Okay.
I do
Nothing
not-
yet.
I do not know. I don't have one lyric. Not one.
What
Not-
a beautiful girl.
Well, yeah,
Well,
we got that.
beautiful girl,
Yeah.
you know. But I like that. I've grown over the years. I used to panic about that because I thought I've got nothing more to say at all. But I found that usually in our case the music comes first, and I just kind of try to gather up a few ideas, and Derri and I talk a lot about what we want the record to be. And so I think this next few weeks we're just going to be talking about ideas and what's important to us, and listening to records, listening to music.
Yep.
And just kind of absorbing some things, feeding our creative souls, I guess you would say. And, like I said, the music, when Derri plays something musically, it always makes me feel something, and the lyrics come fairly easily.
That's true. It always sounds like a song immediately.
It always does.
It's always
So I'm really fortunate about that. I'm also really blessed to have a voice like Derri. When I hear the music, it just makes me feel really emotional, and knowing that his voice is going to sing those words, it's been a blessing for 3 decades for me.
Oh, thank you, Steve.
I mean it, Derri.
I love you, man. I love you. I love you guys.
And I was just complaining about you to Dan right before the show.
I know. That's okay, though.
Anyway, any other?
Do we have another question?
Yes, one more question. Let's see. Steve, you again. What's the meaning of the line 360 strokes to touch heaven? It's only 11.
No, that's terrible.
Nice.
Somebody's out to get me.
Oh, I'm sorry. They didn't tell me that.
Oh, it's so embarrassing. I'm terrible at math and science, and I try to include maths and science sometimes in the lyrics, and a lot of times it's wrong.
Right.
Afraid of that,
Yeah.
But I thought there was 360 seconds in an hour. 360 strokes before midnight. It was like it's only 11 o'clock. They're talking about the song "The Warbler."
Yeah.
And the whole premise is it's only 11 o'clock. The best thing, the night's young, It's not midnight yet. And at the time I was feeling really old. I was 37 years old when I wrote that lyric, and I thought, man, I'm old, Boom to the tomb, And so it was about that, but 360 strokes to heaven. And then someone said, what is that? What does that mean? How many seconds are there in an hour?
I don't know.
I don't know, but it was...
It's more than 360.
It's wrong. Are we ending this whole?
No,
Would me call that me humiliated?
Let's find one more in there. Let's see. What else do we have out there?
Whoever did, I want to know who asked that question. They knew.
I didn't write down who asked it. I'm sorry.
We do want to thank you guys, though, for the Kickstarter thing was pretty scary for us. We talked about it for a long time, and it was kind of like, oh, should we do this? What if nobody cares? And
We still don't know.
and we still don't know, But I remember when it launched, Dan was texting, I'm nervous. I'm really nervous about all this,
I totally was, yeah, because we've just been independent for so long.
Yeah, and we've kind of just done our own thing, and Dan and Lisa have always kind of sponsored it and put up the front money and all that, and but anyway, we really do appreciate you guys, again coming along with us for the ride and being friends and partners in this, and Steve and I, we say it all the time when we play and get to see you guys, but we really don't take it for granted, and it's something that's very meaningful to us that you guys are still here. So
One of the best things about this whole Kickstarter kind of thing is the interactive nature of it. And last time we did, even though it wasn't a Kickstarter, we had a lot of interactive type packages, and I got to know some people really closely.
You made how many phone calls?
A lot,
Yeah.
but I loved every one.
Yeah.
that's not what he told us.
Yeah.
No, I'm
No,
kidding.
he told
He
us
did. He
that.
loved it. He absolutely,
What?
he did love it. He truly did.
Yeah,
Could we go out with one song? Could we go out with To Bid Farewell?
Sure.
yeah.
Thanks again, you guys, for tuning in. We really appreciate it.
1,000 songs.
Oh, sorry, wrong lyrics. I'm gonna get it right. Let's do it right. If we're gonna go out, I'm gonna get it right. All right, here we go.
Away we go again, too early in the morning. Just one more thought or three before I say goodbye. Insurance policies are in the second drawer of love. Now listen close for one last sad sigh, for the words I never would say if I were to bid farewell, my love, today. A glad sigh for the promise of a new day. If I were to bid farewell, fade away. I've sung 1,000 songs, give or take 400. I tried to ride the clouds, I know you came along. I feel some turbulence now, and if this were farewell, friend, would you hear one final sad song for the songs I never would sing if I were to bid farewell, my friend, today? A glad song as the bells beyond the night ring. And though I walked beneath the moon, the sun was in my eyes. And this is not a sorry tune. Heaven help me, sad sigh. For the words I never would say if I were to bid farewell the world today. A glad sigh for the promise of a new day. If I were to bid farewell and fly away. If I were to bid farewell and fade away. If I were to bid farewell and fade away.
Thanks, guys. Good night.
Thank you. Bad company, bad company.
Bad company. Oh, we'll,
Come on, bad company.
we'll take you out on Bad Company.
Johnny was a schoolboy when he heard his first Beatles song. Love Me Do, I think it wasn't from there, it didn't take him long. Bought himself a guitar, used to play every night. Now he's in a rock and roll outfit and everything's alright, don't you know? Johnny told his mama, hey mama, I'm going away. I'm gonna hit the big time, gonna be a big star someday. Mama came to the door with a teardrop in her eye. And Johnny said, don't cry, mama, and smiled and waved goodbye. Don't you know? You know that you are a shooting star, don't you know? Don't you know that you are a shooting star, and all the world will love you just as long as you are. Oh, Johnny made a record, went straight up to #1. And suddenly everyone loved to hear him sing a song. watching the world go by, surprising it goes so fast. Hey, Johnny looked around and said, boy, I made the big time at last. Don't you know? Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Don't you know? Don't you know that you are a shooting star? And all the world will love you just as long as you are. Well, Johnny died one night, he died in his bed. A bottle of whiskey, sleeping tablets by his head. Johnny's life passed him by like a warm summer day. If you listen to the wind, you can still hear him play. Don't you know? Oh, don't you know that you are a shooting star? Don't you know? Don't you know that you are a shooting star? And all the world will love you just as long as you are a shooting star. As long as you are a shooting star.
That's funny.
It's time for everything.
Well, at least we know we can be a bar band if all else fails.
It's good to have a backup plan.
It's good to have a backup plan, yeah.
Give them a thank you and a good night.
Thanks, guys. Good night. Appreciate you guys listening and watching.